goes down, it doesn't mean the fun is over. Far from it. You can start your evening out by dining at one of the many restaurants that hotels have to offer. Experience authentic Fijian cuisine like kukonda, which is a tropical mixture of freshly caught raw fish, marinated in lime juice and fresh coconut milk. Or you may prefer to dine outside under the stars in a traditional Fijian lovo feast, where a pit is dug and filled with hot stones. Food such as vegetables, fish and meat are wrapped in banana leaves and cooked slowly underground, giving it a unique flavor all its own. The feast is usually followed by traditional entertainments, including a meke, where traditional stories are told in song and dance. The Fijian performers in full traditional costumes will tell tales of everyday life and legends with symbolic dance movements and singing. Don't be surprised if you're asked to participate as well. One particular ceremony where you're not likely to find many volunteers is the ancient firewalking ceremony. Scientists the world over are still unable to explain this phenomenon. Tribesmen from the island of Benga are able to walk barefoot over stones of this white-hot intensity. Legend has it that Chief Tui Nyaringalita was given power over fire by a spirit god of yore. As long as all sacred laws are followed, the tribesmen will never get burnt. Some of these sacred laws include abstinence from drinking coconut milk or food prepared with coconut milk, and a period of isolation from sexual or any contact with women. If one does not follow these sacred laws, inevitably their feet will get burnt while walking over the white-hot stones. The only person that can heal and render immediate relief to the guilty person is the traditional medicine man of the tribe, or mbete. One of the more popular nighttime activities is dancing. The larger hotels have discos with live music where you can dance the rest of the night away. Almost every visitor to our shores has at one time or another heard Fijian voices singing either in a church environment or in hotels and resorts around the country. The melodic sounds and rhythm inevitably captures your attention, and before you know it, you're hooked. No doubt Fijians have a flair for singing. A favorite pastime among Fijian youths in villages is the evening gatherings around a large bowl of yangona to sing and tell stories. The evenings are normally jovial in nature, and the lyrics of songs tell of lost loves and romances, as well as old Fijian folklore. With an abundance of talents around, it is really not surprising for Fiji to have recording studios to cater for groups and other singers in the country. South Pacific Recordings is the largest recording facility in Fiji and the South Pacific region. Its outlets are all over the country and in strategic island nations in the region. This local video clip is a fine example of the type of local music that is available in the market today. For those of you who prefer the small island scene, not a problem. Just off the coast of the main centres in Nandi, Lautoka and Suva lie numerous tiny resort islands. In fact, there are quite a few you could choose from. There's the Sheraton Island Resort at Vomo Island, there's the Mana Island Resort, Castaway, Muscat Cove, Club Naitasi, Tombarua Island and Beachcomber. Activities here are similar to the mainland, but in a more casual style. Meals are served in an open-air dining room, which includes a fully licensed bar serving exotic tropical cocktails. Accommodation is of course self-contained and is unique in that most, if not all of it, is thatched roof bures, such as those you see here. The thatched roof bures are a replica of the type of houses built by Fijians in their villages. The Fijian people are friendly by nature and have their own customs and culture that are an integral part of their everyday life. One particular ceremonial and social custom still very much practiced in Fiji is that of yangona drinking. In the olden days, the partaking of yangona was always a formal occasion. In many parts of the country then, the day is commenced by taking a cup of yangona, the preparation of which is attended with much ceremony. Yangona is non-alcoholic, but has a slight numbing effect on the tongue and is likely to make you lethargic if taken in large quantities. Many of these time-honored traditional ceremonies are still practiced today. When you're offered a bilo, a half coconut shell, the correct procedure is to clap once, take the coconut bowl with both hands and drink all the contents at once. Once you've finished, a cry of maga is heard, meaning it is drained, accompanied by the clapping of hands. This ceremony is often performed in the presence of the guest of honor or high chief. A thick rope of coconut fiber protrudes from the front of the tanoa decorated with white cowrie shells. These shells are known as the tuinibuli and are pointed towards the guest of honor. During the ceremony, no one, on pain of death, may cross this rope except, of course, for the cupbearer. For those of you who really want to get away from it all, try taking a flight-seeing tour of Fiji. Pacific Crown Aviation operate out of Nandi Airport with their passenger Astor helicopters. They can take you on an adventurous journey over the hills into the Nausori Highlands with its craggy cliffs and cascading waterfalls, rippling brooks and meandering rivers. They set you down at the foot of the majestic Wainivula Falls, where you're free to explore and capture on film the natural bush and flora which inhabits this part of the world. There are a few places up country where the rivers provide two kinds of adventure, and like the Fijian character, it's either easy going or exuberant fun. If you prefer a totally different kind of adrenaline rush, try zooming up and down the Nandi River